Hello all, happiest of days to each of you folks. I hope you guys are having an absolutely amazing day today, one of the best you've ever had in your entire life for you folks. Alright, so I have just been playing some Planet Coaster 2 Let's Plays, and that sort of thing too. I was inspired by the Sorcery pack that was released a couple weeks ago. I did my review of that last week, and that sort of thing too. They also had released a challenge mode too, and a bunch of updates free to the pack, and that sort of thing too. But here, let's take a look here at Fantasy Land episode 8 already to go for you folks. Now, Fantasy Land is something that I started in my first in Roller Coaster Tycoon 2. After doing all the scenarios, there wasn't a sandbox there. But after doing all of the scenarios, one of the things I thought would be fun is to knock off all of these various things out there too, right? Like, and it was divided into 12 themes, and the entrance was, more kids-friendly things around storybooks, fairy tales, and that sort of thing too. We had Gothic horror, traditional fantasy, like high fantasy, urban fantasy, myth, right, and Elaine, this is a water park, and that sort of thing too. So I thought that would be nice. And then since that was just released, that was the first sort of fantasy themed thing ever in any of the recent or older ones, to my knowledge, of any of the Coaster Tycoon things, Roller Coaster Tycoon, Park Attack, right? None of that stuff. Right, so I thought it would be fun for me to knock this out for you folks. And so here we go. Now I actually gave, you can see over there, I have turned on finances. This is not just a regular, sort of sandbox with no finances. All right. I actually started this at a really rough place. So I actually started it with about like 10,000. And that was it, and everything turned right, and that sort of a thing too. And then it was actually rough because all of these early rides typically aren't bringing in, that cash, right, and that sort of thing. So here, I thought, and so I had to build, with that 10,000, I could only build teacups and merry-go-round, and then the support structure, and then that was it. That didn't really make me a whole lot of money. And then I built this mini vector coaster, which was also added in the Sorcery pack, and then also this chairs. The chairs, so I'm actually with loans. Then the next week I just did some decorations so I could build up my cash. And then later on my 4th and 5th Let's Play, I built this ferry coaster, and then this here, and then in the 6th one I built this roller coaster. And now that I was starting to bring in money, all of those were with loans. But then now that I was starting to bring in money yesterday, I actually built this. That was a couple of weeks ago. Yeah, you're right. I built this Ferris wheel over there too. Now that is the star wheel that I built yesterday. And then last night I let this run and built up some decor, that sort of a thing too. I also swapped this name. So this was originally Splintery. It's a wooden theme, and I thought that there was a giant splinter, but it's actually a lion splinter. So I swapped his name over. It is an Aesopian fable about that person who is an escaped slave. He finds and comes across a lion, and then he will remove it, and later on when he's captured and put into the arena to die, and that lion is sent to him out, he'll actually be saved. So yeah, alrighty. So I changed the lion spot. You can also, there are no lions at the core, so I tossed in a couple of cat statues down there. You can see, and that's it. Alrighty. But then that star wheel, as well as the first week, are the only times I've actually built things without ticket outlets, right? And that sort of thing too. And so Neil, that we are in that place, starting to bring in some money. I thought it would be a nice opportunity for me to see what I would get next. Now, if you recall, also one thing I did in episode 7 was I actually bought a second these mechanic workshops. because it was getting a little shorter between the sessions. I want to make sure that we were still unlocking the research down here too. So let's go ahead down here to the research for you folks. See what I can get. That would be more of a kids and junior themed in fairy tale stuff and fairy tale all ages stuff, right? So let's open this up for the research section of this. So one of the things I wanted to do here, if you'll recall, is that there is a coaster here called Special Coasters, and there are two kind of all ages coasters here too. Here we have the over here you've got the ferry in the middle. You've got spinning wheels, and then over here to the other side you got a spinning coaster. And then also I was trying to get over here in the flat rides side of things. The sun wheel. Everybody says the sun wheel is like most iconic, best bringing in the cash flat ride out. Right? So we're pretty close to it too. As you can see, I got one away from it. That's two. Alright, so here it is for 7,200, and you'll get it and just a regular. That's sort of an observation tower too. So let's grab them both. Might be right, I'm not 100% sure. Let's grab them both. That'll be the first thing I do with that 7,200. Come over here to the coasters and see if I can get to the good coaster. Like, coasters are obviously more expensive, but they definitely tend to bring in more people. Make your part much more popular. Let's just take a look here. First of all, we got a lot of luck, a bunch. Alright, so the first thing is the launched coaster here, which is in this direct line, and that sort of thing too. You can see those two here. So I'll go ahead and get those two. And then once those two are unlocked, I also have to walk out the second water coaster. No, water coasters are going to be in the Atlantic section, which will be the next one visually. So that'll be in there. Good. Over here, we'll get the first. This is another water coaster section, and then after that, the wing coasters. If I've got enough credit for it, I think I will. Yeah, I did. Just 600 more. That's good though. But the launch and the wing are going to be the key places here. Take a look at this. Maybe I can unlock some cheap stuff for this. 9,200. They're also all ages too. Launched in wine. Let's see what those are. Right. And then after that, special coasters will be next time. Alright, launched in wine coasters. Maybe I'll just be able to build a coaster here. The third one. That's all ages. There's a place here for wing coasters. On the side here. Suspended. Launched. Special. It might be special. Water. But these were wing. So we got 3 of them. These are the 3 I just got. Well, one of them might be something else. 7,600. That's the Alamax wing for your folks. And then we have over here the drop coaster there. It's probably not going to be. Oh, that's pretty pricey. I'm sorry, not that pricey. So that wouldn't be a bad budget option later on. The chain lift. Chain lift might not be the worst thing for all ages, but it's a little pricey. Let me see what blueprints we have here. Oh, right. You should see on there for all ages. Hold on a second. For teens and adults only. For adults and teens only, it does. But that's in that one too. But let me just take. So I'm gonna skip probably that just right now, just for curiosity's sake. what do the wing ones that just unlocked look like, dude, right? Glider, that's 33,000, but that at 6, well, it's a high. So, and over here, we have the nose dive. Also hot, very pricey. Again, great rating. So, let's head back over to Create Custom. This time we're going to be going to, I think it was just the, hold on, no, hold on a second, just to make sure I'm on the same page. It was launch customers number 2. Launch. If we sort that by cost, just to see what I had out there, I'm sure none of those are going. I don't think any of those are going to be all ages, but just a quick check just to make sure. Nope. That actually is, but that's something we started with. That's not something I just recently. That's the bike and sidecar coaster that came with this DLC that we were talking about. Not that one. Not this one, and that one would probably be more for my urban fantasy dude. It looks more like a car. Put this one over here. The raid coaster. Actually, it's not either. I think it also came with this DLC, dude. That actually is the multiverse one. Not bad. I think that was already on here. And that's not bad either. It's also all ages. What are the prices of those last two? Just a hack checking. It says family coaster right there in the title, so that's nice. 9600. Family coaster would make sense. That was the Vector. So let me see what that blueprint is for that one. Vector limb launch. Family coaster. Very expensive. Sorry. But yeah. It's very at 40 again. And it's not even right. That excitement's not the worst thing in the world. And the fear's not bad either, but that nausea is so low. Alright. So now let's head over to the track rides. Look at the sun's flare. Sorry, not track rides, flares. See what sunflare I've got. So, I'll check out this really good fast. Sunflare. It's actually in the. I could actually bolt it at 4,800. And that's one with already that already comes with the things. So let's just find it here. Also, I also unlocked the not that one. I don't think here the screen. It's more of a drop tower, it looks like. Sunflare. Yeah, 3,700. Not that bad. Maybe. Not right. And so let's how much is that again? 3,700. That seems pretty good. Yeah, 3,700. Let's run to 38. So I could build that and decorate it up and that sort of thing too, and then actually have enough money for some decorations here locally, as well as, or just another planet, right? So some of these decorations cost, in a few $1,000s, or I could just, do another flatline, or I could pay down these loans. Right here, let's take the loans section afterwards. Loans for here. I still have 3,800, 31,000, sorry, 800. So that's a lot of cash that I owe. And loans, but paying down like 9,000 with that. Right? Or even just a few thousand of that would be pretty good, right? Good stuff. Yeah, you got the idea. Let me just see how that works. I haven't tried it. I haven't had to do that yet. Yeah, so looking at the repayment amount, not the loan amount that you're paying. And here, let me show you some things, how pricey some of these the decorations can sometimes be. Remember, we're in the fairy tale section, right? Scenery. Very. There actually is a fairy tale scenery, fairy tale scenery just here for this castle, about 2,600. Just right, it's pretty pricey. Or these are ones that I downloaded, and that sort of a thing too. And then you'll also have some other stuff here too, like some towers, beach towers. And that is also not the worst thing at 650. That's actually, it looks like it's got a shop to it too. See, you got it. Right? And even if I go over here to facilities, right, and build a couple more of those, it's going to be about 500 each. And some people were asking for some more drinks and some more food. So I could also do another food stand. And if I were to build it with, the decor here, it's going to be like a few hundred, about 500, 600 each, right? And that's with the decor rather than the stripped down version that you can see over there too, right? So I think that's good. Let's go ahead and let's do the. I could do sunflower and something else too, like bumper cars. Makes sense. It's something else we were thinking about building up here for 3,000, or the ferry, or the spin down. I'm sorry about the kitty slide. Those two are obviously ones that we would put here, and then we might start to move back, right, and get back to some different places. So let's take a quick look and see how big the sunflower is. Down at the place. Skywatcher, nope, it's here. I've actually ridden these as a Wonder Woman theme in Six Flags. Sorry, that's not allowed right either. But we got this. It's not fun. 3,700. How big is it? Working up there. Now, if you recall, right here, I was trying to put the another transport or another coaster if I needed to. So that section was sort of reserving for transport. Right? You don't want to have people go too far into your park for those. But I could put that like really close. Right, that would work too. I could do it there. But that's pretty big. Let's zoom out a little bit. So I could put it here. Right there. Here. That's not the worst place in the world. So I could definitely put it there. Over here. And what I think it's telling me I probably need to build another power station to it. Right? Not there. Well, weird, because it's right by the power station. I thought right there. Anyway, we'll take a look at that later. Right. I'd rather build power stations now that I'm actually making money myself. Yeah. We'll take a look at that later. Or I could build it here and then just extend that road over. That would work too. Which is going to happen anyway. Right here. Two. Like, we could do all that stuff. That's not the worst idea either. But we need to get those seats into this. This is going to be a big money maker for us with all those chairs. Right? But it's kind of like a chair swing in space, right? And so I don't want to put it right. If I feel like I put it right next to the chair swing, it might be fighting for those guests, just like the two spinning wheels. Ferris wheel. Right here might be two with a big wheel, and then the star thing. So, but it's not the worst idea, in the world either. So over here, over there, or in the back, but not in the front. That needs to be for something bigger profile stuff, right? Yeah. That's good down here. I feel like putting it right next to the chair swing might send people to that rather than the chair swing. Right? So right here, which looks like a good place. Not that close, obviously. In the middle of all that terrain. I'll just extend all that park out to it too. The entrance, and the entrance could probably be somewhere like here. Entrance, exit rather, here. That's fine too. And then while that's happening, come over to here and get those pans ready. In the meantime, I'll check out the power. Sunflare, well, what do I want anyway? It's actually got great colors, even though it's not aimed for this section of my park, like the Star Wheel did yesterday that I built. Let's do some testing here. could focus on the fairies in the sun. Call it fairies. Right, fairy flare actually makes sense. Right, it's even similar. Fairy flare. Good. Now we gotta connect this entrance to the park. Find out what's happening with the. Whoops, that's weird. Right. With the energy. And by energy, I mean. So let's go over here to the road. Connect me. This is going to be 12. This, and then we'll need the right one for the path too. Like that in. This is going to be the jazzy mosaic type of story. I feel like fairy tales and storybooks are definitely all about the jazz. Sorry, it's probably a weird thing to say. It feels appropriate to the end. That's good. Maybe it can come over a little farther. Yeah, it's good. That's good. Then over here, we'll connect it with a smaller side of that thing. As I said, thing. Like we say here in West Virginia, which is rubber. Let's just go ahead and connect these really fast. This will be on the floor side. Possible and as short as possible. That's good. Can you get a little shorter? Yeah, that's good. That's better, probably. Remember, paths don't cost, just as a heads up. So you can always path after you've spent your money. Or without spending loans either. Let's go ahead and toss over here while I'm thinking about some like. Oh, I forgot to mention, on the star wheel that I did last night also, I decorated it with that winged fairy star. You can see I decorated it with like some star things, and that's what we're going to do. Ready? So we're going to come down here. No, not in the facilities. Scenery. Sorry. It's going to be fairy tale themed stuff. Actually, I'll probably just find it here in the path ride section. Right? And that's all. Scenery path. I should get off a great customer service. Sorry, why is that just not telling me what I needed? And then, right, it's because of that. Declick for you folks. Alright, so over here, we're just going to do some benches for folks to relax after that long ride. Bins too. So let's start with the bin because it's the next one down. Over here, we have this fairy tale heart themed bin that we'll use right here for the folks. Feels a little uneven. Sorry, not on the inside of the right there's fine. Of the benches here that are in the heart shape thing too. Also fairy tale theme too. It's weird that wants me to build it right there. Where that bed is kind of weird. I think maybe it's just me. That's good. Now the path that connects it, the rind here to the queue. I'm sorry, the queue rather, which is also got a path. I'm sure too. That's actually connected to the path. We just pulled it up here real fast for you folks. also right, and it's going to be this special path hue over here too. It's this middle one. Yeah, it's rusted. Sometimes I've been trying to have hues at that one from Splinter King, and that sort of thing too. But one of the things that they mentioned, the online guide to I was asking why my park is making money, is reduce the queue length, because then people aren't actually paying to ride, right? And that sort of thing too. So we're just gonna make this a little flatter, right? That's not the cue. Actually, that is the cue. Or the cue. Sorry. I was like, that's very similar to the other one. That wasn't. I was like, did I put that down by mistake? That's how good it was. Alright. That's done. Alrighty, so now the first thing I'm going to do. Sometimes I would just normally get the colors on and that sort of thing too, but I don't just like that. But then I want to go ahead and put some stuff down here in the path section, and this will be for the fairy tale side of things. And so what I have been doing previously is dropping down these gorgeous looking things over here on the front side of things, and they're like 40. Okay, I could do that too. But then I came across this one last time. I was like, why haven't I been? That's just gorgeous, right? And I could do that too. It's like 100. I definitely have 100 to do that. Or the picnic canopies for 40 apiece each. And here I've got the space to do that too. Let's focus in on sun. I'll come back to flares and suns and that sort of thing too. I think there actually is some sun decorations in this thing too to look at. We'll come back to that. But the first thing I want to do is get this power thing situated. Still weird. I thought that was really selecting that rather than just. Sorry about that. Here, weird, right? Maybe I have to zoom out or something. Choose the base, but we're moving around. Does that work? Yeah, that works. No power. Is it just I need to get to extend it out there? Is that what's happening? From where it is, that might happen. Let's look at the power section. Facilities. This will be using. This is going to be the power section. So let me see if it just needs to connect. If it just needs to get connected in that zone. Sorry, I should hit quick custom first. It's outside of it. You can see the other two are there. That's what we need to do. Let's get that connected first. And then after that happens, if I need to build another one, I can. And so that is a distributor of the power for folks right here. Let's get a little bit closer just in case there are any shops in there. That's fine. Just make that here. That's about my line. Yep. bigger one. It's so gorgeous. Actually, I might want to do the other one and just do it for the entire thing rather, because I actually would have the money to make sure that it's closed. It's prettier, so I'll do it. Yeah, it's good. It's good. Alright, is the cash there working for your folks? Is it ready to open? No power still. Oh, why not? Didn't I connect that? Oh, let me check and see if I need more power over here in the back section over here. Because that might be the issue. I need another power thing. Generator. That might be the issue. Yeah, it's got no power available here. Alright, so let's go ahead and just add in a new generator for our game folks. Normally, but if I get the blueprint, it would be a little nicer, but more expensive. That's 500, and the blueprint I think is in a few. It's a couple hundred more. It's pretty. Our distributor is 423 instead of 200. And this one goes from 500 to 840, right? I could probably pay for 343 right now. Yeah, let's do it. I did that when I first went on the later one, which I just needed to get that working. Alright, so we're going to put it right here by my path of all of the, just push it here a little bit more. It's fine. On my staff for you folks. And then we're going to go ahead and cancel that for you folks, and that should give me enough power over here, just to make sure. For the Sunwheel / Fairy Flare. That sounds simple, but you get the idea. That is high. Did I connect those? Come on, let me just check it real quick. I did. Weird. Oh, I didn't connect it to this guy, sorry. That's what we're gonna do, right? I'm sure. Yep. Now we're gonna open it. Very for you folks. Now that that is open for you folks, let's take a quick look at it after what it's looking at, and that's another thing. 352. That's not bad. You know, it's much better for, compared, for example, to the excitement of probably the other ones that are also big people generators of all ages. This guy has a base of 2.5. I'm sure the big wheel too of 2.52. Yeah, 2.0. I'm sure even the chairs. That's right by a bunch of decorations. It might be a little higher. Nope, 2.8, almost 3.0. Right, so you definitely see that impact. It's just much more exciting, right? All right, so that's good. And then how much time do I got left? I think I might have enough time. Yeah, I got about 20 minutes. So rather than build decorations and that sort of thing, I can probably do that time. You guys aren't watching. I'm sure you guys aren't going to care about that. Let's build the bumper cars that I was talking about building into. It's definitely an early era theme, something like that. We can do. And actually, bumper cars actually have a good solid rating too. If you do, here I'll show you. Cars are just okay for and cheap at 2.8 excitement. That's not that bad. Right? I think you can definitely make that work. And that sort of thing too, right? So let's go ahead and drop that too while I'm here. Doing it, got another 20 minutes. For you folks, alright, so let's take it. Where would be a good place for that? Here, actually, it's pretty small. I could put it here. Well, that's probably where I want to put the chair, the swing. Not the swing, but you know what I'm talking about. Or even sorry about that. I hit the wrong button there. That's okay though. I'm not losing these little. Hopefully you won't be out there. I could put that here on the other side of that park that I just started to develop. Like maybe here. Or even would here work? Nope. It's a little too big. So let's go. Let's just. But here again wouldn't be the worst idea in the world either. If you turn around and take a look at this, because I did put that. If you recall, I put that big wheel back a lot in order to make sure that I could put something a little closer to it. Right. I could slide it in there too, but I feel like this probably is going. I don't want to be here. So let's put it here. Can I spin it around? Make it a little fronter? Yeah, that's good. There's the front one. It's alright. Let's double check. I think that's the front. Yeah, it's the front. Alright. Maybe push it back a little. That's not bad. A little bit more, if I could. And a little bit away from the chair. How's that work? That's good. Oh, sorry. I just totally pulled that out. And that's it. How's that? That's good. That's good. Let's do it there. Plus, it's probably a little too close to the ferry theater, which is fine. Here? Here? Just if I only keep it in this genre. I don't want to pull it away too far. How about that? Let's go. Wait, did I forget to flip it? No, it's here. Alright, so that's going to be the entrance over here, and that should be here, as close to that as possible. A little farther. Yeah, that's good. Can you get further? Yeah, a little further than that. The exit will be here. I like the name of Fairy Fights for the bumper cars. So that's what we're going to change it to too. Fairy Fights for you folks. was 2.88 bases. Let's see what his name was. He's still pretty 20 out of 5. Or some interest from the kids, and that's it. Right, and then we'll just change it real fast for the paths and all that stuff. Folks. So the pathing, which one is mine on right now? Is this the cube? No, it's the regular one. So I have to be here to get it connected. That's good. Now the cube. This one probably will need the better because I definitely right. I'm very close to the path, so that's good. Let's take a look, maybe come around. I'm trying to figure out which shot I want to decide this. I think I remember fine, but let's get it a little closer because there's no one to ride. Actually, there's one right here. Alright, so I think we can probably push it towards the chairlift. So a little bit more. Sorry, not chairlift. It's a chair swing, or chairlift, so, which I named guarded swing. Right, and after those two, we should probably be ready to just head on right on over here. Right. That works, and we'll put it right there. Just a couple more things we'll want to add to this park. We'll want to change the color scheme real fast. Actually, how much time do I have? About another 10 minutes, fine. 11 actually. Alright, so let's take a quick look at this. And we will get that up and running with you folks. I think it'll take me too long to get the color scheme up and done. Remember, I'm going to be I can go and get this up for folks. I'm sure you're not going to bother. I'm sure you're not going to care about me getting that stuff done either. If I do that later on tonight in the last 1K. But let's just make sure. Before I do that, though, let's go ahead and knock out some of the decor down here too, like. So don't forget. There. Sure that we're going to be getting after a bumper cars that many people that are going to be sick and they're going to want trash cans, but you get the idea. It's possible. Inches for everybody said. that's done, sure. Now just a real fast of this, changing up. It's decor, well, not decor, but color. So let's head over here real fast. Chair swing, garden swing. I'm sure some people might call it a chair up plane or something like that. That's its default here. And we're going to grab this hot pink color. Consistent, which actually isn't in the regular things. It's not a pick color. You have to manually choose it. And then we'll go down here. We'll swap all this down here to the pink and blue. Sorry, folks. Which are the colors of boys and girls. Sorry about that. Carriages first. That works. What was my blue? Yep. I'm sure the third one will there. No, I'll make this next one. Just because it's so simple. Once you grab it, you can just grab it easily there too, just by clicking. Now the next one frames. So this first one will be, since it's already on the bluer side of life, we'll just keep it blue. Look at it. That's actually a nicer blue. Is it that darker blue I'm seeing around the thing? I'm gonna double check to make sure. I think so. I don't dislike that. Let's go. Now, this will be is that a dark or I'm not going to remember. Then these two will be more of the brighter pinks, and that's a little thing too. So one of those stripes will be the pink section there. That's the one that was green. This will be the one with blue. I feel like it clashes a little bit. Let's try it with a different color of blue. What blue is that over here? Because I like that blue over here. This is the frame. It's medium blue. Oh, the scrapper real quick in case it's needed. I think grab all that stuff. I'm gonna use my keypad real quick and then see if that works overhead. Instead. This real fast for you folks. It's not the worst in the world. Ideally, it would have been with like a stripe of white between those, just like this other I have over there too. It's not bad. I'll try it. See if that works. Then maybe a brighter right, and then the walls over there, not the walls, you get the idea. These things here do feel a little on the bluer side of life. Or maybe what I could, maybe, let me try this real quick. Let me see if I prefer this. We're going to change that frame here from the regular blue into a lighter pink called fairy tale. Actually, it's not fairy tale, but it's actually a lighter purple. But you get the idea. But it's actually, let me see what that looks like. No, that's much worse. Let me try rose or something. Let's see if that works on this thing. Salmon pink. Light pink. It's more of a carnation pink. Light pink. Nope. Dark salmon. No. That's not the worst thing I've seen. Yeah. Let's just try. Well, I could just try white. See how that works too. Maybe that's what I mean. Yeah, that's not the worst in the world, but it definitely looks more like a candy cane than it does a fairy tale kind of side of things too. So let me just go ahead and go back to the things that I have to see what I have there to work with. Maybe a light blue. Ready? That's not the worst thing in the world. Argentinian blue feels a little flashy. Cornflower? No. Yeah. Denim? Yeah. I feel like with that white in between, they work a lot better. Like the wheel beside it. So let me just come back to it. Yeah, we'll just go with that. I feel like it's not the worst, but it's not the best. Alright, I feel like we're going to be done in about 2 minutes, so that's good. Alright, so let me go ahead and cancel that so it doesn't go off all the time. For you folks, but there we are. For you folks, I hope you guys enjoyed this very, very much. Building these two, the fairy flights, the bumper cars, and then the sun wheel too. Hopefully, that'll really start to bring in folks right up and down the blocks for you folks. Help us to get to a better place. Hopefully next time we'll also be able to do the coasters that we were talking about too. Hopefully that'll be in a good place too, right? All of it in place for you folks. Alright, so I want to, right, so that's what we're doing next. I do some of these Let's Plays. I like last couple of weeks ago I did my review of the DLC that this is Sorcery. Then I did this past week Planet Coaster. Not Planet Coaster, Planet Zoo, also by this company too. Next week I'm going to be doing Jurassic World Evolution too, just as a heads up. Lots of other stuff like that. I love some stuff like this. I'm a big fan of it. And then after that's done, so you can check those out too. I also do some. I do 3 older reviews of older things that you read, like things like movies, short stories. That's another thing too. Well, not movies. That's something else to do reviews of. But things like novels, books, poems, short stories, that sort of a thing too, and older things in the genres we cover, fantasy, science fiction, and horror too, right? And then on Mondays I do tabletop reviews of RPGs or war games, and then on Saturday I do Serial Saturday for the older movies, TV stuff too, and the Pole Bear and stuff like that too. Alright, and there you go. And if that stuff sounds like your cup of tea and you would be interested, no pressure. This is just a passion project, right? But let me know what your thoughts are, right? Happy to sort of engage you with it if that's sort of racial level and comfort. And then finally, I want to thank you so very, very much for just taking some time out of your day and investing it, right? And even watching my videos, because we all have so many things, right, that are happening out there, and we're pulled in so many different directions too, right? So the fact you spent this time with me, that's incredibly humbling, and I appreciate that so very, very much. So thanks again, and have an amazing day.